Hello, are you stressed? You need some downtime, some breathing. Welcome, I'm Trina Medvis. I'm going to take you through a very simple routine that you can do in the middle of your day, at the end of your day, in the morning. This is fabulous for you. Hello, beautiful people. To just unwind and breathe. For me, I coach tons of moms, tons of women, and there's a lot of stress right now. There's a lot of stress all the time. So let's dive into this quickly. All you need, you'll see I've got my mat behind me. I have a yoga block. You do not have to have that. Sometimes I like to elevate my head. This is perfect for you to come down from the heightened stress. It's one of the things that we always do at the end of our classes at Fit for Females. We take our members through breathing techniques and just to de-stress the body, keep us injury free. And do you know that just by breathing, simply breathing better, you can burn more calories and be more efficient? So let's dive in. I want to tell you can get tons of tidbits at fitforfemales.com/FIT. So come on over. You're welcome to try a free class. But for today, join us, save this video, and try some of these moves. We're just going to do 7 things that are going to help you reduce your stress. These are proven to take your blood pressure down. And I don't know about you, but I need to unwind. So let's take a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to back up. Can you see me and hear me good? And what I'm doing is bringing my mat up for you. I have a little yoga block. So this is a great stretch for you to reduce neck tension because all these scalenes and our scapula, everything in here loves to get stressed when you have a lot of to-dos and you're busy with your kids, your job, quarantine, COVID, all that jazz. So just stand in a nice tall pose. Just breathe. If you're sitting, stay sitting. If you're on the ground, stay on the ground. So simple. You don't even need to warm up for this. We're going to breathe through the belly and out the mouth. Through the belly, out the mouth. I did a video on this. You do not want to be chest breathing, so we're not here. This is when we get stressed. We want to be filling the belly, so watch my belly. Your belly's going to expand. As opposed to, and most of us are sucking it in, because didn't your mom teach you to suck your belly in? A lot of people did. So take some breaths through the nose and out the mouth, and just stand comfortably. And then take your left hand, put it right on the left side of your head, press the right palm down, and give it a gentle press to the side. Now what you're looking for here is you're not trying to lean like this. You're not bringing the shoulder up, you're pulling the shoulder away and down from the ear. So breathe through the nose. We're just going to take 5 breaths for every single pose. So breathe through the nose, out the mouth, through the belly, through the nose, out the mouth, through the nose, out the mouth, through the nose, out the mouth. We'll do one more. Through the nose and out the mouth. I can already tell that I'm chest breathing because I'm excited to bring you this video. So those reminder cues, keep your hand on the belly to push down the chest. We're going to switch sides, press the palm down, gently just grabbing at the side of the head and just gently pressing. And what we're looking for here is to release some of that tension in your neck. So take a breath through the belly and exhale. Through the belly and exhale. All the while, send all the energy into here. Through the nose, out the mouth, through the nose, out the mouth. I already feel calmer. Through the nose and out the mouth. All right, let's come down to the floor. These are fabulous for you to do during the day, in the morning, anytime. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the right leg back, but for me, it's going to look opposite because you're going to mirror me. And all we're doing is taking that right leg right back towards your bum. Now this leg here is going to depend on how flexible you are. So let's start here. Let's squeeze the glute, hands just rested. If you want to elevate with a block and it doesn't hike your shoulder, go ahead, depending on your arm length. Squeeze the glute. And you're going to feel this all the way up the rec fem, so the quads, all the way up. Now, the farther we walk this leg away from us, the more intense this stretch is going to get, and if you're holding your breath, come back in. So I'm gonna take it out because I know that I've got the flexibility. I'm gonna find my position, breathe through the nose, out the mouth, through the nose, out the mouth, send it to your belly through the nose, out the mouth. Now if it feels good, you may want to drop your arm onto a pillow, and that's gonna really intensify the stretch up the legs. Squeeze the glutes through the nose, out the mouth, and then ultimately you may end up here, through the nose, out the mouth. Let's just hold this for another breath. And here's an option. You could take your arm up, and it's not way back here, and it's not creating stress, I should say. You could take your hand down here and just open the neck. So through the nose, out the mouth. How do we get out of this? We just simply lean to the left side and we come around. So we're gonna do that on the other side. So I'm gonna take back my left leg. Remember, whatever you did on the other side, we wanna match that. And both sides are not created equally, that's okay. Start closer in. So take that left heel, bring it back towards your left butt cheek, and you're squeezing the glutes to give it that little press forward, feeling it up into the hip flexors maybe, iliopsoas, down the quads, rec fem, breathing, okay? So we're gonna take this leg out if we want to, but we're gonna breathe through the nose, belly breathing and out the mouth. Through the nose, keep your shoulders relaxed, and out the mouth. We're just taking 5 breaths at your own pace. Through the nose, out the mouth. I'm gonna take my arm down to my block because I want a little bit more, and I'm gonna walk this leg out through the nose, out the mouth. Now I'm gonna lower this because this is what I did on the other side. Now, your voice shouldn't change, so have a little conversation with yourself, because if you're holding your breath like this, you've taken your stretch too far. So inhale through the belly, through the nose, and out the mouth. And relax. We're gonna lean to that right side, take that leg out. That is excellent if you sit at a desk, drive in a car, take your kids here and there. If you're doing online anything, you definitely want to spend some time opening the hips. Now the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do a back twist. So I'm gonna ask you to come down to your back, and you can bend your knees as much as you want. You could also, I love to elevate my head. It just helps me feel like the blood is not all rushing to my head, but this block is not required, and you could use a pillow. You're gonna start with your knees nice and bent. Your hands are going to anchor in a T beside you, right and left. All you're doing is slowly, let me make sure you can see me fully. You're just slowly rocking from side to side, very, very gentle. You want to acknowledge and make sure that you really engage the abdominal. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, the farther your feet away are, the less you might feel it. So if you're really tight in your back, you might need to move those feet away. If you have them a little closer, it might feel a little bit more difficult, but if you have the mobility, we're gonna start to slowly rock from side to side, breathing through the nose, and you're gonna close your eyes. Now I'm gonna give you a cue here. You can decide if you wanna take your head the opposite way of your knees, or you just wanna keep it neutral in the center. So I'm gonna look over to my left as my knees drop to the right, and then I'm gonna come back, drop my knees to the left, open my gaze to the right. Now this next time, let's hold it over. So we're gonna look to the left, hold the knees over, and we're gonna inhale, put your hand right into your right rib cage. This is so good to do if you have anxiety, if you get stressed. Breathe into your side rib, through the nose, out the mouth. Send the energy down the left side of your body, right into your hip flexors, through the nose, out the mouth. Send it right into your back, through the nose, out the mouth. Now let's anchor the arm back, and let's come back to center. Let's go to the other side. I'm gonna look to my right for a moment, and then I'm gonna come back to you and cue you. So if you want, you can look to the left or right. If you look to the right, it's gonna get your neck a little bit more. So we're gonna inhale through the right lungs and the right side of the body. Inhale. Exhale. You only have one right lung. You have two lungs, but we're talking about on the right. Inhale. Exhale. Put your hands there to remind you where to breathe. Inhale through the belly and the nose. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale through the belly and the nose. And exhale. Very good. Let's roll over to the left side. Left arm is our pillow. And we're going to do that left and right. Now that was the fifth and sixth stretch. So you would hold on one side, first rotate, then you would hold on your left side for ideally a good minute, and then over to the right side. And then let's get ourselves into a child's pose. Now, you may or may not need to elevate depending on your flexibility, your range of motion. So what we want to do is we want to be nice and wide. Okay, so we want to be nice and wide, have a nice wide knee, and your big toes are together ideally. And what you want to think about is just simply walking out. So I can already tell I need to adjust, and I have jumper's knee. I jumped way too much as a kid. So what I usually like to do is I roll something up in between on my knees just to give it that little extra padding. You could do the same, but you're going to take your hands down and we're going to keep our back nice and flat. So tuck the chin and you're just slowly walking the hands forward until you drop your forearms, or if that's too much, you stay there and just bend the forearms. We're going to breathe into the pelvic floor. So you're separating your butt cheeks as you sit. You're feeling the pelvic floor lift, open, inhale and exhale. You're breathing. It's lifting and lowering. So we're going to come down. We're going to breathe into this. Nice long spine. Inhale. Belly should be hitting your thighs. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now, you could use two fists if you can get yourself down here with a flat back, so nice and long. Now, you may or may not need a block. You could go for here if you find that's enough and it keeps your back and spine flat. You could lift up in this position gently. You could lower your block if you have one, or pillows. You can stack some towels at home, flat here. And just breathe through the nose and out the mouth. And here's the final one. If you find that you're comfortable here, you can really take it down into the floor and you're going to lower down and breathe. And you may or may not need to take it a little bit wider, so adjust yourself accordingly, stretching the arms out. And you're just going to continue to breathe in that position. The more that you can breathe, the better your nervous system's going to be, the better your blood pressure, the better everything is going to be. I hope that was helpful, and I would love to invite you to add this to your routine for morning time, any times of high stress, for any kind of post-workout. Just pause the video. There's no wrong time for you to do this. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Trina Medvis. I hope you have an incredible day. If you liked this, leave a comment below. Tell me, do you breathe properly? Do you stretch? Or do you just run around like me and you're trying to go with your kids and you're going with work, etc., etc.? Have an incredible day. If you enjoyed this, comment below, and just remember that you can do this, and there's tons of free stuff at fitforfemales.com/FIT. Thank you so much for showing